Making up an enemy or a problem. Now, it's very normal to have issues with people. It's very normal to have problems, any kinds of problems, because, it's just life. Nobody is excluded from problems, from conflicts. But one thing that does disturb me, and it always does disturb me when I see this in action, is when someone, uh, anybody, basically makes up a issue in their heads to the point where you could say that's a little bit on the schizophrenia side, and of course paranoia, because eventually it leads to issues that's bigger than they realize. And right now, in this new job that I have, I find myself somewhat in a similar situation of this. Now, me, I'm trying my best not to overthink about it, and I'm trying my best to just stay calm and just see it through. Basically, what happened is that I got a little into drama with a particular person who just made up something about me, thinking that, I'm gonna be here for the next month or so, and that's not true. And then, all of a sudden, a coworker decided to, you could say, destroy her career with the job, her chances with the job, and basically got fired. And ironically, she dragged me into it, despite the fact that I had nothing to do with her situation. Now, the job that I have, guys, it encourage every worker to focus on your work, to focus on yourself. Don't worry about others and what others think. It's a skill-based job, and just, just focus on your damn work. Period. Now, what I've been seeing a lot lately is that the trainees, they've been going in and out, and the trainees, they don't last long, which is kind of bizarre. Especially for me to witness that, it's like a bizarre thing to witness. Now, I'm no stranger to bizarre moments happening at work because I've been working ever since I graduated high school, got my high school diploma, and the moment I graduated high school, I started working, and I had multiple jobs experience ever since, and I've seen some bizarre things. But one thing that absolutely bothers me when I see this in action is when people start having assumption about you or another person, even though that assumption is backed up by whatever you assume in your head. In other words, fabricate an issue in your head, then eventually you're gonna get drama. And to give you guys an example, I was working at an airport one time. This is one of my previous job experience. I was working at the airport, and there was this guy who awkwardly looked at me, and he keeps looking at me, and I try my best to ignore him. I try my best to uh, just, focus on my job. But he kept looking at me to the point where it kind of bothered me. Like, when I say looking at me, I mean like his face was towards the direction where I'm at. His eyes were, locked into me. And at first I tried to ignore it until it became apparent that he keeps doing it. And yeah, eventually it did irk me. So I confronted him and asked him, "Is there something wrong?" And he's like, "No, no, there's nothing wrong." And then he keeps doing it. Well, to make the story shorter, a little fast forward, eventually we got into drama, and this guy wanted to fight me. And then he started making up crap about me. And I have no issue with this guy. I'm like, what the hell? I literally have no issue. Like, I don't know where the drama started. For me, it only started when this guy kept looking at me. And me, I was just minding my own business, minding my own work. If there's any job situation, related, like if what I'm doing at that job affects him, he should have said something. But no, there was no job related issues. This guy just wanted to start drama for the sake of it. I clearly remember that this guy also started drama for no reason with the other coworkers. And when I told my manager about this, my manager mentioned that this is not new before. In matter of fact, he started up drama with other people for no reason, and he has to like separate them a little bit or ask them to just focus on their work, don't start any. And yeah, I took the manager's advice. I just focus on my work. And the reason why I'm discussing this, guys, is because sometimes whenever I see people fabricating a problem that was never there in the first place, to me, not only you not only tells me that you have issues, but that also tells me that you really don't want to deal with real issues, like real actual issues, where if you deal, issues that you yourself have need to solve, then that means you prefer to, you know, fabricate an issue to make yourself feel better, if that makes sense. It it's kind of hard to explain, but it's it's basically you want to make up an issue where you could deal with it and give yourself a dose of dopamine rather than dealing an actual issue that you're facing. And I don't know, like you want to stay in the quicksand instead of, get the hell out of there. And to me, this is just bizarre, guys. So the message of this video, guys, is basically this. Don't make up an issue. Analyze your situation, analyze what's going on. Don't overthink about it. Like, literally, go out, go to the park, lift some weights, meditate on your situation, and ask yourself the big question: is this really an issue? Or an issue that you could easily pass over? Just deal with it. Because at the end of the day, guys, you have a limited amount of time, and depending what you want to spend your time on, it's really up to you. But at the same time, make it worthwhile, because if you make your time worthwhile, I guarantee you, guys, you will be happy. But if you waste your time on something meaningless, then this is something else. I guarantee you will also feel miserable, because I've been there. Like, I spent my time on something that was meaningless, and I did felt miserable. And right now, I'm investing my time into developing new habits for I could, you know, become a better version of myself. Because I realize, guys, that I'm not immortal. I'm not gonna stay young forever. I'm not gonna, stay in. My lifestyle is not gonna stay the same, like in stasis mode forever. I need to adapt. That's basically what I'm getting at. And it amazes me when I see old people, especially in their 40s or 50, act like teenagers. And I've seen that before. I've seen old people acting like teenagers. And it's both hilarious and sad. Very sad. So just keep that in mind, guys. If you fabricate a problem, just stop yourself and ask yourself this. if this is a real issue. If not, then forget about it and move on and deal with actual issues that you need to solve. Like, you know, paying off an actual debt that you need to pay off. Worry about generating money for you could feed yourself for the next following day. Getting your papers done, especially like medical stuff or car insurance stuff, anything, like any actual issue that you need to finish. For me, guys, I have some college credit and I was about to quit college. But I realized that no, I don't want to give up college completely. So I decided to go back to college and just finish my degree. So that's something that I'm trying to do and try to accomplish for myself. And that's the key point, guys. I'm doing it for myself, not for other people. And I'm doing it for myself because I realize I need to adapt. I'm not gonna stay the same forever. And I hope people understand this. Well, guys, I think I talked too much, so this will be it. And thank you for listening. And goodbye.